Pisces, song that's playing for you is said and done. Now, look, if I had $1 for every time you had this song, Pisces, so look, you could be there's a conclusion occurring in your life. Whether it's a conclusion between you and your partner, you in a relationship, you and a friend, or just you and a certain idea. You feel me? You might have found joy somewhere. Now that it's all said and done, you might realize the people who you thought would ride for you, they actually don't ride for you. But now it's like you can move on from that. You can further develop now that you have that sense of awareness. Now you know what you should hold on to, and now you know what you shouldn't hold on to. Now you know who the ride or dies were for your life, in your life. And because you know that, now you know, all right, who you could ride for and who you could die for, or what needs to die, what relationships need to end, and what relationships you need to further invest in. You feel me? Whether those relationships involve people, or that just certain mindsets, patterns, and routines you hold internally. You might have thought if you carried yourself a certain type of way or expressed yourself in your reality in a certain type of manner, it would have yielded you some sort of result. You did all that only to realize it ain't get you what you want. Now you got to let go of that form. Now you letting go of that form, because now that situation is played out, now that you said it and it's now done, now you see what that gets you out of your world. What this action gets you out of life. You hanging it up. Or someone might have hung you up. Someone ain't fucking with you no more. Put your foot in the shoe that fit you, Pisces. You know what you got going on. You know what you're dealing with. You know what the fuck you got going on. It's too much. We ain't gonna talk about that. I'm a cool cheat. Boosty. Damn, Pisces. Two of Swords. You know what to do, but you don't know what to do. It's crazy because your last one, it was the Eight of Swords, now the Two of Swords. You in a position. You in some sort of type of. You feel me? You got some shit going on, Pisces. Look, you could be heartbroken about some shit, and because that heartbroken is having you in a still place. Because you might have put yourself in a position, you might have been riding for the wrong folks. Might have been investing in the wrong relationships. Might have been investing in the wrong friendships. Now that it's all said and done, you alone. Or now that it's all said and done, you got to make a decision. You got to make a choice. And you might not like the options you got. You might not like what you presented with now that you know about that. And you only did what you did in your past because you was hurting. You feel me? You ain't. Put your foot. Now you in a position where you got some choice, you got some options. You got options. You might not like the options you got, but you got options, you got choices. Shit, you might have made you a choice. Now you stuck between a rock and a hard place. And you made that choice because you was hurt. You only did that because you was hurt. You only did that because you was heartbroken. And it's like you were communicating your heartbreak to your world. You were sharing that. You were bleeding on your situations. And you bled all over your reality, all over your relationships, all over your friendships. You brought that trauma. I told in your last one, I was like, you were holding on to trauma. You took that trauma and shared it with the world. Now you're in a position where now you stuck. You in some sort of place now, Pisces. Look, advertisement. You had a pause. Now that it's all said and done, you could be in a position where you left with yourself. Now that you left with yourself, you left with the decision on what you gonna do next. Now that that's played out, now that that's all said and done, and you in a position where you can only be. It's like the first song in your last one was My Life. It's your life. You made the decision. Now you in a position where you got to make another decision. Or you don't want to make this decision though. You don't want to see that. You don't want to become aware of the truth about something. And that's because, look, you could still be holding on to some sort of trauma. Look, after you done failed, now you in a... We're just going to keep it rolling, Pisces. We're just going to keep it rolling. Patrol, you know what you got going on with Pisces. Yeah, look, emotion. You got a whole lot of water right now. And you might look... You could be in a position, you got so much feeling, you don't even know what to do. Oh, for real, it's a song that's playing for you. Shit, it could be someone outside of you. They might have expressed themselves towards you in some way, shape, or form emotionally. You don't know what to do with that. The feeling someone brought you, you don't know what to do with. You don't know, you might know what to do with it, but you don't know what to do with it because of where you at now. Shit, if it's you versus you, you might have an overwhelming amount of emotion about something. Whether that's something you want to do or something you done did. That, man, I hope you ain't crying. You feel me? It could be like that, though. And now it's like you in a stagnant place. Yo, the last one was the Eight of Swords, and that's you was stuck. This one is the Two of Swords, and you still. It's like time is frozen for you right now. Whether it's like you frozen in an internal place or you in a certain type of place external to you. You know what that means for you, Pisces. You know what you got going on. Come on, you might be crying. If you know, Pisces, listen. You done lost you some relationships. You lost you some friends. Now you don't know what to do because you might have put yourself in a position where your friend, it's like y'all went in together and you the only one there left. It's like everybody else gone. Yeah, everybody came with you when they walked through this door with you, when they invested in that energy with you, when they did that with you, and it had you in some sort of place. You feel me? You was confident when your friends walked in that building with you, when your friends supported this emotional idea, when they invested in that. But again, they walked out. They walked out. You still in it though. Now you stuck. You got to make a choice. You don't like your options. Morgan Tracy is the song that's playing for you. Lazy. I was born in the 90s for the 80s. Damn. Sun in reverse. If it's a solo battle, Pisces, you crying. Or you just going through one hell of an emotional moment in your life. You going through some sort of phase emotionally regarding what you done invested in that you were once confident about. You're not as confident as you were when it comes to this idea. When it comes to love. Back in the day, I told you. When you got this idea, when this idea was presented to you, you was all for it. And what was it though? Ace of Coins in reverse. It looked, you got played, it's like fool's gold. I said that in your last one. You might have thought it was hidden. You might have thought this was an opportunity. It brought you some sort of confidence. It had you in a certain type of internal place to feel like you was a king. You felt on top of the world at one point in the past, up until you the only one left in a certain type of space. And you stuck between a rock and a hard place, and you going through your emotions. You could be in a position where you want to express yourself. It's like you want to pour your heart out somewhere, but it's like you can't pour your heart out because that environment it's a desert now when it comes to receiving emotions from you, and that's just because of the awareness they have about you, and that's why you're stuck. It's like people may see or know a certain type of thing about the expression you got or what you've been doing or how you've been doing. It's like, and that's why your friends ain't your friends no more. That's why you can't share feelings with these people no more. That it's a desert there now. But you still have a whole lot of emotion for that. That's why you don't know what to do. You might have spent a whole lot of money, Pisces, and now it's like you done spent you a whole lot of money. You done spent a whole lot of money. You don't know what to do now. Now you in a position where you want to express yourself emotionally to your friends. But it's like when you had the money, you might not have been fucking with your friends the way, or it's just like you felt like you was hot shit. You don't let me fuck too much. See, you might have had too much money to the point where you blew all that shit. Now you in some shit. Let me tell you. You don't know what to do. And you know what that means for you, Pisces. If it's that type of shit, you had a little bit too much. Shit, you might have been feeling yourself a little bit too much. Look, you felt yourself to the point where you manifested you a whole lot of problems. Now you heartbroken because you fallen. You're not as high as you used to be. Now you don't know what to do to get you out of that, but yet you got some feelings you want to take somewhere. You want to express yourself emotionally somewhere. Hopefully these friends receive you. Hopefully this person accepts this emotion from you. Little do you know they ain't fucking with you. If it's you versus you, then you put yourself in a certain type of place. So you burning right now. I hope you ain't actually burning because you done caught you some shit. It could be like that now, Pisces. But it's just what you know about why you are where you stuck between a rock and a hard place. Why you are in the space you're in. You know why you in the situation you in right now. That's why you crying. too much. They think I'm too much. So say he get touched. Saying too much. You might have been doing too much by love. You ain't want to give something up. You still don't want to give something up. You still holding on to the possibility of you being received somewhere, you being able to convey a certain type of emotional expression, you being able to participate in a certain type of energy and or place. You just don't know what to do though. You don't know how to do that. You still holding on to the possibility of, but you just don't know what to do though. Grizzly Talk is a song that's playing for you. Shit, you could be the one who want to express yourself in a certain type of way. You might come off real aggressive, good, but it's just because you overwhelmed with emotions right now for whatever we talking about. Whether it's that friend group, you may be in a position where you want to express yourself to the friend group or to a relationship or just in an environment. Because you want to be received there. You don't want these people to see you like this. You don't want to be known for this. You haven't given up that situation yet. So when you present yourself, it's almost like you just gonna pour your emotions out. You just gonna flood the whole place up. But it's like your feelings aren't being celebrated anymore. The emotional ideas, the passion, or the awareness you have is not. It's done. The sun's down for you. It's dark where you at right now, and you don't know what to do to get the sun back out. It's like you want it to be what it was. And you ain't letting go of what it was. You know what that means for you? Shit, if it's you versus someone outside of you could be in a certain type of space and they might have expressed, it's like someone could have brought you. I told you, you not gonna give up. You don't know what to do, but you ain't gonna give up. You gonna do something. Just because you don't know what to do don't mean you can't do something. But I don't know if you should do that, because at this point you just clinging. You clinging on to. I'm smelling mad codependent energy right now. And, I was gonna say if it was you versus someone outside of you, but I don't know. Shit, someone could have tricked you in this position of being stuck, and now you know if I'm talking to you or not, Pisces. Put your foot in the shoe that fits you.